Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline. With almost an entire new group here. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Lopez. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Porzingis. Williams, he's checked in for Anthony. And Thomas subbed in for Langston Galloway. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Wright, he's checked in for Gasol. Carter comes in for Jeff Green. Lee's checked in for Tony Allen. And Freak subbed in for Mike Conley. So on the floor for Memphis. Freak in at point guard. Zach Randolph is out there with Brandon Wright. And there's Carter. And it's Lee in at the 2. The dish to Williams. Feeds to Seraphin. A kick out to Aflalo. And it's all evened up. Aflalo's got 7 points.
You know, Dave Yeager, the coach for the Grizzlies, has really become a big-name coach quite quickly. You know, he's worked his way up the Memphis coaching ladder and has had a ton of success early on in his career.
Shots, gentlemen. Zach Randolph getting up there in his mid-30s, but his game has never been based on explosiveness. So it's all about strength, skill, and craft when you talk about Zebo, and he's aging gracefully.
And Randolph Clark can struggle in matchups against quicker power forwards or those spread fours.
Yeah, but even though he struggles on the perimeter against those guys, he punishes them when he gets them inside in his operating area at the offensive end. Most big men have a hard time dealing with him in the paint.
Very good point.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Now here's Freak, guarded closely. Stolen by Seraphin. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. In for Kevin Seraphin. Porzingis comes in for Kyle O'Quinn. And Carmelo Anthony subbed in for Thomas. We've got Robin Lopez. Anthony is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Aflalo. And it's Williams at the 2 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And we know the Marcus Gasol was one of the most sought-after free agents this past summer. Clark all along most figured he'd be back in Memphis.
Yep, a winning team, max dollars. And don't forget now, he went to high school in Memphis while his brother Powell played there. He's where he belongs.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pelicans was not his usual self. He picked up 5 points, and he also added a few assists as he set up his teammates as well. He shot a very low percentage from the field, uncharacteristically low. We'll be curious to see how he responds here in this one, guys.
Doris, thanks. We all know he wants to come out here and move on.
Yeah, and what would really help is if he could come out and get off to a good, quick start here tonight.
That would be a huge help. I mean, the faster he can move on and get locked into the present, the better off his team will be.
Marcus Gasol, a first-time All-Star starter last season. He and his brother Powell both starting in that game. The first time that's ever happened in league history, and having both those guys go head-to-head.
Conley dishes to Freak. Goes up at the stripe. No good off the back of the rim. Knicks trail by 4.
Oh, listen, no doubt you could argue Marcus Gasol is the best center in the league right now. I mean, this guy does it all. Defends, rebounds, passes, scores. I mean, he's also a great teammate. They all love him. And to me, that matters in the big picture. When you're talking about developing chemistry and trust,
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Grizzlies lead by 2. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Carmelo, some great help off the bench during this first half. What does their contribution mean to this team?
Well, I mean, we always believe that we have one of the better benches in the NBA, and when they come to play like we're playing so far, you know, it makes it a tough game. It makes it a tough team to beat. And just hoping we can keep that up.
It certainly takes some pressures off the starters. Melo, thanks for the time. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. We've seen Aaron Aflalo really. So Amundsen is checked in for New York. Williams comes in for Aaron Aflalo. And Memphis also making a switch. Freaks checked in for Tony Allen. Clark, looking around the league, there's no team that teams want to play less than the Memphis Grizzlies. They just wear you down.
Well, they play a physical brand of basketball. They play hard. Everybody's on the same page. And even if you beat the Grizzlies, they take a lot out of you in terms of how they try to wear you down.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Green is the 3 with Zebo at the 4. Freak is out there with Conley. And it's Gasol and at the pivot spot manning the middle. It's Anthony with the drive. Williams. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out. And the Grizzlies played so well against all the other playoff teams. And part of it is that they just have a style that matches up well with anyone.
Conley with the rebound.
I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Here's Aflalo. Aflalo with another miss.
You know, that's the thing with the Memphis Grizzlies. I mean, there isn't a team that gives them too much trouble anywhere in the league. They're good at home and on the road. They're used to playing in tight, low-scoring games.
So a close game sees Memphis take this one.